Celebrity Scoop
on KRBE.
It is brought to you by Taqueria Arandas and Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are officially divorced. They have finalized their divorce. She is going to keep the $5.6 million engagement ring that Ben gave her before they eloped to Vegas. Remember, in 2002, they started up, and by 2004, they were over. And then she married Mark Anthony, and then that was over. And then she got back with Ben Affleck, and then they eloped in Vegas because everyone's like, well, are they actually going to
She never married Jeter, huh? I mean, A-Rod.
A-Rod. She was engaged to him
One of
after
the Yankees.
Mark Anthony.
Yeah.
And then they were engaged but not married. And the engraving in the engagement ring that Ben Affleck gave Jennifer Lopez was not going anywhere. Not, period. Going, period. Anywhere. Which means also the ring is not going back.
Oh.
But now, we have talked about these 6 engagement rings that Jennifer Lopez has. They're worth an estimated $17 million.
Oh, my God.
Her first one was from her first husband. It was $130,000. Which even for back then, that's insane money. Right now, that's insane money. And that's when her star was just rising. With her first husband, Ohani Noah.
Was she a fly girl back then?
No, she was Selena. She'd already
done Selena.
I did that movie, George Clooney.
Maybe they had just done it, yeah. Then her second marriage was to dancer Chris Judd. That was a $200,000 engagement ring. Then Ben Affleck's $2.6 million pink sapphire engagement ring, or pink diamond.
So Ben's given her 2 rings?
Yes, because they were engaged twice.
Okay.
Mark Anthony gave her a $6.5 million ring, and then Alex Rodriguez gave her a $2 million ring.
Good
And
Lord.
then Ben's other ring was $5.6 million.
I feel like she's keeping these.
$2.6 million and a $5.6 million from Ben.
Don't you think in her mind she's thinking, I'm going to have a museum. I'm going to put it in Miami.
And
Or
they're
are
gonna
they
put them all in there?
trophies?
And it's going to
All the rings,
all of it in
the
one
dresses,
case. Yeah.
the Versace dress.
Her ego.
from
This
the
girl is
Grammys.
such a narcissist that she wants to have a museum in Miami. All about her.
Well, who's her new man?
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Is this true?
Well, first, I
don't
Sam
think it
that I
is
saw
true.
the Drake
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
Sam did not
Focusing
see
on?
the Drake story, but over the holidays, she was spotted at the same place as Kevin Costner because Jeff Bezos and his chick were at this really high-end country bar in Aspen, and a bunch of celebrities were there. Kevin Costner was there.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez was there with her friends and Benny Medina, who's her friend and producer. And Kevin Costner and Jennifer Lopez talked to each other there in the VIP
Dun, dun,
section.
dun.
I
So,
can't
of course,
see that.
TMZ is like, are they dating? Probably not. But the fact they were even talking to each other.
I could see it. Why not?
'Cause they're both
Kevin
newly
Costner would
divorced.
Be like, heck yeah.
So she's
have some fun.
yeah, she's 55. He's 67. Now the Drake stories that are coming out, I totally forgot that after J-Lo and Casper, the dancer, had broken up, that she had a little stint with Drake, and they're 18 years apart, or they're 17 years apart. And there's another story that maybe they've been hanging out again. I'm like, honey, can you just take a breath? Can you just have some you time?
Or do what she wants, but just don't get engaged.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, if you
yeah,
want
just
to
don't
hang
get
out with these
engaged.
dudes, whatever. But just
marry
don't
him.
get
Try
engaged.
to marry- yeah.
She's leaving a trail of human wreckage.
Well,
the
that's on the
But
dudes.
guys do
if
that all
they're-
the time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the
That's why I'm
engagement,
not
you're
gonna.
right.
I'm not gonna hate on her if she wants. I mean, if she wants to have fun with these dudes, go ahead. But just don't
you
get
don't
engaged.
get engaged. You're right. You don't have to get
And guys,
engaged.
don't give her a ring. Give her one of those lab-grown diamonds.
But how many
15 minutes.
marriages now?
It's 4 marriages, 6 engagements.
And is there a limit in, say, Florida? Like there's a limit in Texas.
Oh yeah, I think it's 6 or 7.
I think so.
Well, like
that.
she couldn't go to
Well, she
another
got married in all these
state.
different states. She got married
Okay,
in California.
okay. Is that
she
so
got
that she
married in
just go to a
Vegas.
different state?
Limit 6 here?
I think it
I'm
is.
pretty
Is there
sure
some
there's
way
a
card
limit.
punch? Like,
Somebody
old
text
days?
us 37530. There's a lawyer that had texted us what the limit was in Texas on marriages. Was it 7? I can't remember.
I mean, if
It's
you're
wild.
So
crazy enough to get married 7
does it count
times,
if you marry the same person? Does that count as one of the 6 marriages?
that's just a mulligan.
Yeah, like
good point.
No.
I think it's still
6
another
different
marriage.
people,
It's
or
still
is it
another
a marriage?
license filing under
First
your
of all,
name.
the government does not need to be in our bedroom or our lives.
Well, we
But
have to pay
Ryan,
them,
when
though.
you get to 6 and 7 weddings, I bet the family of those people, like, thank God the government's going to tell them to stop.
But like you said,
Because we can't stop them.
they'll go to Vegas and get married by Elvis
Yeah, you can.
or a
Right?
White Castle or
Or anywhere you want.
Taco Bell or whatever.
You can go to the
His wedding.
Be
JP.
interested to see what like a psychiatrist would say about this. Like, why would somebody need to be in so many relationships?
Well, it's the
Like,
same
she
thing with men.
can't
There
be
are
alone.
There are men who are not famous who've had 5 and 6 wives. And their adult children. Look at David Foster, Ryan. David Foster left every woman because he's a runner. He said he was a runner, not marathon runner. He runs.
Yeah.
He is a runner.
Times get tough and he runs.
freaks out and he runs away from his marriages. He's been married, like, 7 times?
But he's been with Catherine McPhee for a long time. I So I got
5
to meet
years?
them.
Yeah, for a long
That's a long
time.
time.
That's not a long time.
But I mean, I
8
think
years.
he's in it now for good.
Well, because he's
He's
old
like
now.
90, right?
It's
Yeah.
the same thing with Sylvester Stallone.
Not many
Sylvester Stallone
options.
left a wreckage of women behind him, and finally, when he was too old and not hot and cool enough, he's like, "All right, Jennifer Flavin, I'll stop torturing you. I'll just be with you forever."
Tulsa
But
King,
he
by the way.
tortured her for a long time.
Tulsa King's a good show.
It is.
Taylor Sheridan.
Who also does Yellowstone?
Everything that guy touches is amazing.
Landman.
Mayor of Kingstown. That's a really good one. That Taylor.
Does,
that dude
did
kills.
Taylor do the
Lioness?
Lioness is good.
When you say Tulsa King, I always think Tiger King.
Yeah,
And I'm
Tulsa
like,
King,
what
no.
is Sylvester Stallone doing with
The
tigers?
problem with Tulsa King, you have to have subtitles because I'm like, what did Stallone say?
Yeah, he's like got marbles in his mouth.
Translate still up.
The one that Sam and I are watching, that A Man in Full. Oh, Eric, you got to get on board with that one.
It's been out for a while, like 5
Yeah.
months. I just never.
Oh, good.
One person said, my husband's
pretty good.
aunt cannot get married anymore in Texas. I think the number is 7. She's been told, no,
Oh my God.
too many husbands.
Hey, y'all, time for KRBE's Roula and Riot Show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Do y'all have a lot of potholes near where you live?
Oh, it's the potholes.
Potholes.
No.
Bad
Now that I moved
roads.
to the Heights, that's that high dollar area. They
Yeah.
be fixing stuff over there.
Are they?
Yeah. It's
If
much
getting
better.
to the Heights is Paul Hole Central.
That's true.
For sure.
That is
How's
true.
Richmond? I haven't been down Richmond much anymore in this area.
I just remember Fountain View was always really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Kirkwood is really bad because of the settling, and the road is all like cattywampus.
Yes,
It's
you're
so
right,
funny.
Kirkwood, yes.
Well, the city of Houston's official website outlines that under state law, the city is not liable for property damage caused by the condition of the streets. The city of Houston has taken steps to address the pothole problem. According to their website, its goal is to make repairs the day after a pothole is reported. And you report it by dialing 311. So 311 is where you...
It works. Rilla did it.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, yeah,
So-
I will never forget when they called me. They called me back, and I could hear the noise of the traffic, and they asked me, where was it? It was the corner of Westheimer and Fondren. Right now, there's an apartment complex there. Back then, there was a bank. It was this giant pothole. And I was like, oh, my God, you're going to, break your car going through this thing. And I remember they called me back, and the guy is out there. You can hear him in the noise. Where was the pothole? I said, right there. Wait, are you on Westheimer?
That's
He's
funny.
like, yeah. I go, it's Westheimer and Fondren. Like, you turn right going towards, the memorial area. It's right there. It's right there. He's like, okay, we got it. I was
Apparently,
like, oh, my
it's
God.
very
Really, you should write a
effective.
book on just Westheimer. Like you,
Oh, I know.
you're in the news for
yeah.
that little
Yes, the lady that got hit by the car with the
flip-
stroller.
Yeah.
People don't know that story. I
seen so
came
many
up
things
on a
happen.
woman at night, and I thought it was something in the road right there on Westheimer and Briarhurst, right past Christie's is at Green Ridge, and then you have Briarhurst before you get to Windrock, before you get to Voss Hillcroft. She had been hit by a car pushing her
Lord.
baby in the stroller.
Oh, my gosh.
Was there a
The car-
crosswalk there, or was she just
It's
going?
a crosswalk. The guy just did not see her walking in the crosswalk, and he was turning onto Westheimer. She goes flying in the air, and she lands on her side like roadkill, guys, like roadkill. And then the stroller just pushed out of the way, and the little boy was just sitting in the stroller staring with his eyes so wide.
Oh, gosh.
And so I got out of the car. I blocked her because it was that time of night where no one's going to understand. If you're not paying attention to Westheimer, you're going to run
You're
her
just
over.
You
gonna
think
keep
people
driving.
would just drive over her?
So I blocked her, and all these people were in shock because I guess I came up on it right after she got hit.
Were people honking at you first? Like, what, lady, what are you doing?
Well, I had my
didn't
hazards
know?
on,
Saving a life?
and I remember she didn't speak English, and I'm so mad I don't speak enough Spanish, and the people around us didn't speak enough Spanish, and I was just trying to, everybody was just trying to keep her calm, but she was just laid out, and it's such a miracle how the car did not hit the stroller. The stroller just went on its own through the intersection, and so the little boy was just sitting there,
Thank
and
God.
I wanted to hold him so bad because he's a baby, but he was not crying. He was just in shock, and I thought, I don't want to move him because then he might start crying if we're holding him.
Yeah.
And the guy that was like, we need to move her. And I was like, I don't think we're supposed to touch her. We didn't call 911. That was the guy that hit her. And he ran off.
He drove off.
He drove off because I said, we're blocking all of Westheimer. Maybe we should move our cars, but we don't want to move her. So he goes, yeah, I'll move my car. And he's the guy that hit her.
What
And I didn't
a
know it.
jerk.
Because the other witnesses were like, that's the guy that hit her.
That's
Where'd
where-
that guy go?
I remember I was at Galveston watching TV. I was like, hey, there's Rula on TV.
Oh, my
You're being
God.
interviewed. I'm like,
Channel
what's
13.
Rula doing on
Did you
TV?
find
I
out,
thought
like,
It's
what
Channel
was-
13
what
heard
was
the
the
story on
aftermath?
the show, and then they found the video cameras of that Westheimer intersection, and they saw the hit. The aftermath was she had a broken wrist, she had lots of road rash, no broken ribs or anything. There was a hip issue, I remember, but overall she was going to be okay.
find the guy?
And they did not find that guy. That guy still sleeps at night knowing he almost killed a woman and her baby and
Well, he
just
doesn't
ran
know.
off. No,
hope
he
it-
knows.
I hope it, no, I mean, like,
He has
because
to
she could have
know.
died. Like,
Oh, yeah, I don't know if he knows
I
what
hope
the
he-
aftermath, but he knows he hit
I
her.
hope he has to live with that, though. Like, not
haunts
knowing
him.
that he
So
haunts him.
crazy. So
Idiot.
crazy. But
Wow.
yes, Westheimer, I have lots of stories
So-
from lower all the way past the Beltway. I got the stories.
By the way, the city claims that 100% of the reported pothole calls are fixed.
Oh, wow.
100%.
See? I got the call. But that was
Nice.
years ago. I got the call. All right, coming up next, there's a really funny article that Eric and I were talking about this morning. I go, this is so funny. I've thought about this. What stats about your life would you like to see after you died? And the thing that I thought about is, how many times have I been almost killed and I didn't know it? Because there's times where you know you were almost killed. Like, oh my God, this crazy thing happened to me. But how many times were you near death and you didn't know
Like,
it?
imagine you die and then you wake up in this room and you turn on a TV. And it's like ESPN, but they're talking about you.
Yeah.
Treating you like a
And then God
stats.
shows you how many times you were almost taken out, but he let you live.
Reddit had some funny, some things that we would want to know.
Yeah, what
after we
stats would
pass
you
on.
want to know about your life after your death? We'll go through the list next on the Roula and Ryan Show.